I got it all blocked out. The lights to the exit, the convention to the exit, every motherfucking exit. You
Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. So, the champs are in the building. The champions.
The champs are here.
We are the champions.
Double champ episode. What a way to ring in the new year.
I was gonna say something kind of asshole-ish.
Well, I'm not a champ in your league. I lost in your league.
That's my asshole statement was gonna be. While we are both champions, I wasn't in the league you won, so you didn't beat me.
No,
but you did win.
I did win.
However,
but I watched your championship season, and I know that you took out the number one seed in the championship game, like I did. I did the same thing. I took out the number one seed in my championship game, which is pretty crazy.
When I got to the finals, and I saw who I was playing, I was like, "There's no way I'm going to win." And then I saw the estimated, like that has the probability, and I was like, "Oh, I might win." Half her team was hurt.
Yeah, that shit hasn't been accurate all season. That estimator, like
it was pretty goddamn accurate when I beat her.
When you beat her, it was accurate, but that's probably like the only time. You know what I mean? I haven't had any luck with that at all. Like I was like, oh well, if I play these guys, and I shouldn't have played those guys. But anyway, fantasy football's over, which fucking sucks because now we got to wait a whole other year for this shit. And in that league that we were both in together, this is your second time as champion. So how does it feel winning it the second time? Doing it the same exact way that you did, like we said on the podcast before, you drafted you auto drafted most of your team.
So I forgot about the draft. I mean, I knew what day it was. I forgot at the time. So I was sitting down, and I forgot what time our draft even started. 7? Was it 7 or something, or 6?
Yeah, no. Like later, like 8.
You sure?
So, yeah, we do that later because nobody could really make it could commit to anything.
So,
like 8 o'clock. Nobody's like, everybody's like no later than fucking 9, but no earlier.
I was literally sitting on the couch, and I'm sitting there watching TV. And I'm like, there was something I was supposed to do today. I don't remember what. And my wife's sitting next to me, and I go, oh, my God. The fantasy football draft started an hour ago. And I go in, I log in, I go, oh, my God. I auto-drafted Khalees and Kelsey. Not Kelsey. Kelsey.
Yeah,
I say Khalees. I'm retarded. I don't even know.
You won your fucking championship.
So when I was like, hey, guys, I think you owe me some money. And she was like, "Look at this guy, Mike, asking for money when let's hope he watched a single football game this year." I was like, "Nope, I didn't watch one single football game this year. I could barely tell you who my players."
All you had to do was set your lineup. That's it.
All I had to do.
This is what happened, and this is what I understood. All of the seasons that you just don't just set your lineup on time, you don't win a championship. That season that you won the last time that you auto-drafted your team, I remember the commissioner kept breaking your balls. Mike, set your lineup. Mike, set your lineup. Mike, set your lineup. And then you won the championship just by moving guys around.
So
you did that next year, but nobody had to remind you. I mean, we had a league reminder like we normally do from the commissioner, but nobody had to directly DM you and be like, Mike, what the fuck are you doing? Because you would put money into this thing and not pay attention to it for 4 months or 5 months.
I was so I haven't watched a single game of football. I know who's on my team because I see the names. I don't know what they do really. I mean, I know what they do. That makes it sound. It makes it sound like I really know nothing about football. I do know enough about football. So basically, and every year I took it seriously, did the research, saw the hot new up and coming names. I never won. I barely even made the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the years I didn't really give a shit about it, I kicked ass.
I mean, maybe that's the philosophy we do. That works for you. It obviously works for you.
Oh,
you have
it sucks?
championships just from doing it that way. So
a guy in our league, Bobby.
Yeah.
I work with him, and unfortunately, because of the strike, I'm not currently working with him.
Yeah.
And there was a game I was playing where I forgot to put a kicker. I forgot to put. I had an out player. My running back was out. He was hurt,
Yeah.
but he was still in my lineup,
Yeah.
and I still beat him. So I texted the guys, his coworkers, and I was like, "Hey, make sure you tell Bobby that he lost to a guy that only had how many? What, 8 instead of 8 plays? I had 7 plays or whatever the fuck. I don't even know how many people are on my team.
I think it's like I don't an hour. Okay, my other league it's 9. I think in the league that we're in together, it's probably 10 positions. I think something like that.
Right.
It sounds about right. Let's just say 10.
2
So yeah,
back 2 wide receivers, kicker, defense, tight end,
flex.
quarterback.
Yeah, you didn't start with quarterback? I thought maybe you did. All right, whatever. Anyway, so wait, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, flex player, which is any player, and then there's defense kicker.
So that's 10. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
There we go.
So you beat him with 9 guys. So you beat him. You didn't beat him with a hand tied around your back, but you beat him with like I can't.
A missing thumb.
Yeah, so important. Thumbs and a pointer finger. A missing thumb and pointer finger because a running back's pretty fucking important. Running back's probably the most important. I'm sorry, our viewers, if fantasy football too, but we're excited because we won. We won at the same time in our respective leagues because I play in multiple leagues, but I played two fantasy football leagues, and in this league it's 12 teams, and Mike, at week 8. My record was 2-6. I was 2-6 in week 8 in this league, and I was in last place, and I won 9 games in a row to win the championship. I won every game after that. I haven't lost a game in that other league that I'm in for 9 fucking weeks.
Wow.
I was on a tear.
Wow.
I've never seen anything like it. Not to toot my own fucking horn, but I've never seen anybody win. I've seen somebody win the first 10 weeks. Right? In fantasy and not win a championship in their league. I've seen that.
There was one year
in a row, and they didn't win the championship.
There was one year a team basically went undefeated until like the playoffs and just got knocked out first, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, week 1, that's devastating.
Blows.
That sucks. That sucks real bad. And that's probably because of a fucking injury. It really is luck. It's gambling. At the end of the day, people, fantasy football is gambling. It's like slow play gambling. It's slow burn gambling. Let's just put it that way. Like if you were to bet on the game of the week, it happens that one day and it's over. With this, you bet on pretty much all the games for 17 weeks this season.
Being a champion, I still haven't seen my championship money.
Oh, I get paid tomorrow, I think.
I broke their balls today, and they're like, "Oh shit, we completely forgot. We'll Venmo you." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. That's going right to rent. I appreciate it."
I have a question. Is our commissioner back to work?
Yeah, he's a card holder.
I know, but you are not. So you should have got the sympathy payment early. Is what I'm saying. Not to be like I'm not on Team Mike or anything like that.
You are saying you're on Team Mike, basically.
I guess I did.
you just said I should get sympathy money. I'll I'm going to put my Venmo in the chat. No, I'm kidding.
So, yeah. So, I mean, how did you know what was happening on New Year's Eve when all that was going down, when all those games are happening? And did you? So were you paying attention?
So I wasn't watching football, but I was watching my phone, and there was several moments where I'm like, "Oh my god, she's got 2 players left, and I got 2 players left. Oh my god, my players aren't performing. It said I was going to whip her ass, and my players aren't performing, and then lose like." It's not 100% a lock, but it's pretty much a lock. I'm like, no, bro. That guy only scored 7 points. She's got one person. If he does what he did the week 2 against 430 points, it's basically a tie at that point.
It could be. Could be.
And lose like he's got 30 points once. He's not doing it again. The quarterback is not give. And sure enough, it went my way, obviously. But I was literally watching my phone, going, I'm a little nervous.
Yo, but when you get a little nervous, when you start to see it teeter, because it did for me, it stayed 50-50 for the first. Well, we both had 2 players that went earlier in that week, right? And then by the time we got to Sunday, and that's all the rest of our players were playing Sunday. By the time we got to Sunday, it was like we were still at 50-50. It was actually in his favor, 52-48, and it went to his favor 60-40. And then from 60-40, I ended up overtaking it and going to 100%. But it was at that point when I seen it 60-40, when it teetered really deep in his direction, I heard the like that, the music in Rocky, but not the theme music. The music before like the fight like starts to pick up. Like you hear like just the low horns. Like
yes.
The horns are just really low. That and you're like, come on, man. You're like, and you're like yelling at your phone because that's what I was doing the whole day. My wife was like, babe, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, it's the championship game, babe.
I felt bad because Knucklehead Jim is like, oh, how do you guys want to split the money? I'm like, I think the champion should, get the fucking money. Not all of it, but like, come on. And he's like, well, typically we make it, we never did that before. Shut the fuck up. Then in a group chat separate from that one, between me and the person who came in second, I get a message, oh, how's the breakdown going to be? I'm like, why are you asking again? This was already settled. And luckily, I didn't respond. They didn't. They said it.
It was settled at the beginning of the season, the split, I believe.
Then I felt like a dick because the person second place is like, yeah, I have money to go towards my wedding dress. And I'm like, oh, damn, am I the asshole? But
listen, it's gambling. It's gambling. You're not the asshole. You're not the asshole. It's gambling. And you really typically what you should be doing is how it goes is usually there's a commission. The commissioner will take like a service fee off of whatever the pot is.
He didn't.
No, sometimes they waive it. Sometimes they waive it.
I gave him $100 though.
Yeah, or if they don't take, you give them a tip, right?
Yeah, I give them $100.
And then how it goes is you're supposed to if they don't take a fee, you tip them, right? If they take a fee, they take their fee, and then third place, depending on how big the league is, if it's a 12-team league, third place will get their money back, right? And then between a second place and first place, you would split it like 35-65 or 60-40, something to that effect, or something like 70-30 maybe, I think would probably be better. And you would do that, and that shit is set early on. And that's like whatever's left over, and that's pretty much what you should be getting. But
by the way,
I'm still waiting for my money.
This video made me think of high school, kind of. Fucking genius.
Gravity.
Although my issue with gravity bongs has always been the smoke is stale by the time you get to the end of it.
The big ones, that's true. But those little guys, that's like just like a shotgun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
the big ones, like if you ever did like those like college fucking frat party trash can gravity bongs, like when somebody's doing like somebody would cut a Poland Spring or like a water jug, like a 5-gallon jug. They'd cut the rim off the bottom, the funnel part.
Punch, the big Hawaiian punch.
Or one of those, right? But I've done one where you could fit your head in the thing. I've done one where it was a bucket, like a giant 5-gallon paint bucket. I've done one where it was a water bottle for a water dispenser, and they would put it in a trash can filled with water, and then the bowl would be on top. They would have like some sort of makeshift bowl on top where you'd put like a dub in there, and the dub would go up in one shot. Literally, you'd break up the dub, put it in there, you'd burn it, you'd pull it up. And that shit would all turn into ash, and you could literally, like, 6 people could get fucking, like, ripped off of that. But the escaping smoke, you can't tilt that sideways. If you tilt that sideways, that's like sneezing on the coke pile. Like, you can't do that shit.
You remember.
That's party foul.
You have to remember. You had to be there. The smoke room in Starrett City.
No?
I've
been in it, not when you guys were living there. I was there. I was shown the smoke room, like after the fact, like not after you were living there, but after other people were living there.
I never lived there.
Yeah, no, but your homie lived there for a while, but a whole bunch of people did.
I kind of lived there, but I never actually lived there. Like I stayed there.
Not a whole bunch of people. Yeah,
I was there all the time. I paid $30 a month for a couch, like a corner of the smoke room. Like there's a chair in the corner. I paid $30 a month to always be able to access that chair in the corner.
It's calling. Is that like a deposit on shotgun? That you ever hear that?
Yeah. No,
I had a
similar.
buddy of mine. I had a buddy of mine who said you put a deposit on shotgun if you spark. If you're the one who's sparking, you get a deposit on shotgun.
Yep. So basically, it was like, if there's something going on in that place, like a party or an event, it's that chair's mine. Get the fuck up. I pay rent.
You can't. Yeah.
I think at one point I put like a mini cooler next to it, like a little bag with munchies.
You should have had a lease agreement. So like if somebody really wants to get froggy, just in case somebody really wants to get froggy, you just whip it out, and then the landlord, the subleaser is right there, and you could be like, well, his signature's right there. You could talk to the man.
Here's my lease, sir. Can you please get up? I don't even know you. Yes, I understand that, but here's the paperwork.
I'm sorry.
So back to what I was saying with that is, back in the day, we would put on Halo. There'd be 4 of us playing. Windows closed, underneath the door is blocked, and the whole room is just smoke. So we're not actually smoking; we're just breathing. And
hotboxed. Yeah, that was the way. That was the way. I had a friend who was obsessed with like street signs and subway signs. And he had like if there was a new Subway poster that would come out, you know how like there'd be a new line of Subway posters that would just be all up overnight. He would have to take off the plastic covering and steal one of them. Like that day that they brought him out, so he had them all over his bedroom. And let me tell you, we would sit in this kid's room, and there'd be like, I mean, really lawfully, you should probably only have maybe 4 or 5 people in this room. We would have like 18 people in a cipher in this fucking kid's room.
Yeah, I remember those fucking days.
And his stepdad would be barking at us like, "What the fuck?" And like we would just be all laughing, listening to music, riffing.
You've heard of Ben, the dude Ben we used to chill with? Have you heard stories of Ben?
I've heard of maybe parties in his basement to the effect of that.
Yeah, there was basically like every one of the freaks, as we were called, that from our high school was chilling at Ben's house. So you have a room full of like 25 of us, all with the Janko jeans and chains to our wallets and spiky hair or fucking whatever.
That was my house. My parents' house was the cut house. That was the cut house for mad long, yeah. I think I may even told a story on here. We had a cut party, and my mom found months later like a couple of dozen bottles of Cisco, empty bottles, like 24 Cisco. Empty bottles of Cisco, yeah.
So you remember the Spider-Man movie, right?
Of course.
The original one, the OG.
Yes.
I found this. This was kind of funny. Why am I...
Any more bright ideas? You got a few? Yeah.
Wow. What the fuck?
What?
We're slowing down.
That was well done, right?
That is one way that could have gone down. I feel bad that he got his arms ripped off, though. That sort of sucks for Spidey.
And then porn star claims he attended P. Diddy freak. Who cares?
Yeah, okay. Hold on a second. There's all right. Now, there's I don't give a shit, but the thing is, like, I thought this was one story, right? But no, apparently there's
multiple stories.
A whole bunch of people coming out with,
Listen, this is, you're never going to hear me say anything more honest and real ever in my life. Sort of. Maybe. I don't know. Name one famous gay action star that's openly gay. Name one famous movie star. Like big, huge name that's openly gay. Not producer, but actor.
Oh, you mean... Okay. Do you mean that's strictly an action star? Like a Jason Statham, like an Arnold Schwarzenegger, like a Sylvester Stallone?
Yes.
Or just a general actor, because there's a whole bunch of them. Aren't there like a whole bunch of
A-lister? Not, I don't mean like, I don't know their names, but the guys from Modern Family. I don't mean that. I mean name an action star or a huge movie star, like a Leonardo DiCaprio or whatever.
I probably can't. You mean Leonardo DiCaprio's not openly gay?
No.
I'm kidding.
Dude, that dude's openly banging 20-year-olds. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, I know. It's
So
openly borderline pedophilia.
There aren't any. And
I'm sorry, Leo. I'm a big Leo fan. Leo's not a pedophile.
Not that it's frowned upon.
He does like him young, though.
No, I'm not talking about pedophiles. That's frowned upon. But not that it's frowned upon. But there aren't any openly gay action stars. There might be some that are gay, but they're not openly gay.
Okay.
Name one huge hip hop or rapper that's openly gay.
Besides Lil Nas X?
And what happened to him after he did that?
Well,
what happened after he came out? I mean, he still does huge shows and he's still popular, but there was people started talking shit. They did, oh my god, him, oh my god, who cares? But the point is,
no, he was doing that. He did that the Satan whatever.
But what I'm saying
the
is
music
a lot
video.
of these guys like P Diddy and whatnot, they grew up in an era where it wasn't, not that it wasn't okay to be gay, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like it was a different era.
Yeah, brothers on the down low.
So like those people who were gay had to kind of hide it. So I understand if P Diddy had to hide it, and I don't care.
You're saying that you think it's just, of course, there's probably a bunch of
What's up, Omar? Sorry I didn't see you, and you're probably gone already because I didn't cheers you. Cheers, Omar.
So you mean like there are DL gay dudes out there who are super famous, and that other people could come out and talk shit. What I'm saying is I don't know how much of these things are true, but it just seems like a lot of them are coming out all at once.
No, I'm not.
You know what I mean? For whatever reason,
it's probably true, but who cares?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't really give a shit. I think it's interesting. You know what I mean?
Back, I found this video of a police interrogation from back in 2018 that revealed some interesting information about Diddy and several others in the industry. The interrogation was of a man by the name of Jonathan Odie, who had been arrested for an attack
he was a slave
on the Trump Doral Hotel in Miami. In the interrogation video, the police asked Jonathan why he chose to attack the Trump Hotel, and his response will shock you. Jonathan starts telling the officer a very interesting story about DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, but more importantly, Diddy, seemingly confirming what Cassie sued Diddy for in that lawsuit. According to Jonathan, he was a love slave for Diddy and was one of the men who participated in the freak-offs with Diddy and Cassie. He also states that Diddy, DJ Khaled, and Rick Ross are all secretly gay men, and that Diddy is a part of the Boule fraternity, which he claims is a part of the Illuminati.
I know this. Yeah, that's what
I didn't send this to you. I sent this to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, of course. Yeah, but I don't care.
Or they're either gay or they're bi, and they don't want none of that shit getting out. Like that they fuck with dick.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's definitely true. I think no, to an extent I do sort of agree with you. Do I think it's all of them? No, I don't think it's all of them, but I do think there's so many famous people who don't want their image to be fucked with. Yeah, you're right. But I don't know how many claims. Okay, if I hear 20 claims about Diddy, I'm going to be like, all right, maybe 10 or 11 of them are founded. Maybe out of the rest of them, half of them could be founded if there was more evidence or if the person had more credibility. And then the other 5 or 4 or 5 of them are definitely bullshit stories. This dude, apparently he was in the porn industry, so he might be telling the truth because he sounds pretty nonchalant about it.
He also can sound like a schizophrenic because he connected them to the Illuminati, which is.
Well, I mean, isn't that still open as an option?
How do you know this? You know Sean Combs? Daddy. Yeah. P. Diddy, whatever he calls himself. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the minority. Okay. It's the black people. I had settlement with Sean, okay? Okay. And he belongs to that agenda. That's what's so famous. They land on the contracts. It's his turn. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would master tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a slave. Okay, for them, that's what I was. That's all. All right.
A few days back, I found this video of a police interrogation from back in 2018 that revealed some.
My question is about this, right? Now after like that we had watched, I watched and I had watched a few other things, but this is the one that I sent to you because I felt like it was like, okay, well, maybe this might not be a money grab. This guy was just like arrested. He's talking shit, which is funny if it's a crazy person, but he doesn't sound, like maybe it is like he has like his crazy under somewhat of a control where he doesn't have to sound like a ranting maniac. But he sounds like somebody, and he was a porn star, so that sort of adds to his maybe credibility to where it's like, what is the pool of people you're going to pick from to have a sex slave? You're gonna go to your local fucking church choir to find a sex slave? No, you're gonna go to the porn industry and be like, hey, I'm famous. You're sort of into this shit. You got issues. You want to make money. I could pay you to fuck my wife or my girlfriend.
Yeah, but that's not a slave shit. Then if you're getting paid.
Well, what I'm saying is slave. Like they'll do what you tell them to do, but I'm sure that they're getting compensated. You don't just do this and just follow somebody and they don't feed you or board you or give you money in compensation if you're living on your own. Like if you're paid to show up somewhere, I'm sure that it's like sort of like some sort of prostitution or sex work. I'm pretty sure that, you know what I mean? So, and that's where you're finding these people. Like if it's some average Joe off the street or some receptionist who said that, yeah, P. Diddy, I was a sex slave for P. Diddy. I'm like, well, if it's a porn star, maybe. But wait, how much of a porn star is this dude? Did he do like sex movies and he's just a crazy guy who did sex movies? Or was he an actual?
James has that tattooed on his chest. He gay too. Industry full of homo thugs. Wow. Oh, that comment was removed apparently.
I mean, I don't give a fuck if they're gay. I really don't.
I don't either.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if any of the accusations actually about Diddy are true. I really don't care.
Just don't be an asshole.
Like, no. Like what I think it's also no. What I'm saying is like, yeah, whatever. Don't be an asshole. But I think Diddy crossed somebody wrong is what I think happened, and I'm thinking floodgates are open on information now as retaliatory action. You understand what I'm saying?
Are they lies? Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because
I don't know.
Always dirt on people. Epstein had dirt on people.
Right. And how many of those people who were on that list maybe weren't put on that list for a reason to sort of like, maybe they weren't on the flight, but they were put on the log just in case the log got out. They would be with people who did get busted and be like, well, all right, this is the only way I could blackmail somebody. Is be like, listen, you don't have to come to my island. I've had enough people come to my island and touch little kids that I could just put you on my list, and that will make you suspect. And all that has to do is come out, and that's all the blackmail you need. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Ricky Gervais has so much more to say now with that list. Imagine him doing the Oscars or whatever. What did he want to do the Oscars this year? He says him and Dave Chappelle should do the Oscars.
I wish. Dude. Oh, by the way, did you see the new Dave Chappelle?
I haven't. I will.
You will enjoy it. It is very good. I believe he did a good job. I'm not a comedy critic, but I enjoyed it.
So
I
saw a comment like, "Oh, this new special was not funny. I know I'm a fan. It just wasn't for me." And then I looked at his profile and I go, "You have a comment from his last special saying the same exact thing. So when exactly did you like Dave Chappelle?" And he's like, "Oh, on the show, of course. You're just a fucking idiot. Goodbye."
So they never watched Killing Me Softly. They never watched fucking like any of that shit. So now look,
even his older stand-up is funny.
The reason why a lot of people, it's like, okay, anytime a comedian's going to come out with a special, they're going to say something outrageous because it's an observation, and he's already got enough heat. And if you're going to poke at like back at somebody, they're going to poke back. So obviously, he does what he does. And I feel like in a way, he spins it around and he kicks it a little old school in this special. You got to watch it and then tell me what you think of it
I'll watch
next week.
I'll watch it at 3:30 a.m.
Hell yeah, it's a good time.
Well, 4 a.m. I'm leaving for Montauk again at fucking 3:30 a.m. for 2 days. Yay! So this video,
This looks like fun.
yeah, but at the same time, very fucking stupid. Like it does look like fun.
They do have they are covered head to toe in protection, and I don't think like if you shot bottle rockets at each other, they don't explode. These guys, I don't think they explode. So, but at least bottle rockets explode, and those when they hit you and they popped on you, they might leave a burn mark on your clothes. But I don't know how dangerous it would be like if they were doing it next to fucking wooded areas. But it does look like a good time.
Omar, I agree. I watched Cat Williams said it in an interview, and he's like, look what they did to Dave Chappelle. He didn't want that money no more, and they basically.
I mean, Cat Williams talks a lot of shit on a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know if half that shit is founded either. But Dave Chappelle definitely he's just world I don't give a fuck. So and that's what I like the most about him. He doesn't care. You know what I mean? You can say whatever the fuck you want about him, but he will still come back the way he comes. He doesn't change his delivery ever for anything. And he's been pretty much the same. I mean, he's a wiser comedian now. I feel like he's but he's still the same comedian as he has been since I started watching him. So, the bull won't go after you if you're laying on the ground.
Well, it doesn't. Okay, I don't know. I was gonna try to explain this, and I don't have an explanation.
So, do you get the premise of this game? If you look at the screen, if you can make it a little bit, I don't know if you can make it a little bigger, but if you could look at this screen in the center. The bull's in the middle of this rodeo ring, right? Mm-hmm. And the point of this game, there's a line of people. That line of people, each one of those people have to touch. There's a bucket at the end of that line by where that bull is, and they have to touch it and then make their way all the way back without the bull trampling them. That's the idea of this game. So you see the line of people on the left and the right. There is a bucket. There's a bucket all the way at the end there. On the left, all the way, it's like a dot, and then on the right, there's another bucket. They have to touch it and then make their way back. And if they make their way back, they win. What they win is, I guess, their life because this bull is ready to charge. This seems a little fucking dangerous, but
apparently it
looks exciting.
The bull won't attack you if you're on the ground and not a threat.
That I didn't know. I thought there was a red flag thing with bulls, right?
They don't like the color red. The red does something. I don't know. We'll look that up in a dipshit second. What is this? What the fuck happened? What was this?
No way. No way, dude. My foot's done.
Oh, fuck.
My foot is done.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
Dude. Be careful out there. That guy impaled his foot on just a rogue branch in the middle of the road. Yo, that's another fear unlocked. I don't ride motorcycles.
He was also hugging the side a lot. He was very
but dude, I'm saying you know how often I'll just be like,
no way. No way, dude. My foot's done. My foot is done.
Foot kebab, bro.
Fuck.
Where did it happen?
Right there when he hits that bump.
Ooh.
No way. No way, dude. My foot's done. My foot is done.
Fuck. That's crazy. Dude.
Fuck.
And I was just about to say, right? You know how often I'm driving around and maybe I'm like in a 3-lane road and maybe like I'm all the way on the right-hand side. I'll run over branches all the time. And I'm like down here in Florida, bro, there's mad people on Vespas and scooters and shit, mopeds.
So what you're saying is you can't
Free
stay
riding.
in the lane.
No, what I'm saying, no. If I'm making a turn, you'll roll over a branch. You know what I mean? Like, let's say I'm in the turning lane. I'm going to make, and I'll roll over branches all the fucking time down here. I'm saying, like, you could easily be in a moped, a scooter, or a fucking motorcycle, and just like some rogue branch could just impale your fucking foot. Dude, I did not think that was a possibility. Like, that was something you'd have to fucking worry about. I figure like flying debris or some shit. Oh yeah, this is funny. This is a variation of the bike prank. You know about the bike prank, right?
Yes.
This one's
Why
better,
can't I?
in my opinion.
Fuck you, not you. Okay.
Oh,
Skateboard.
Yeah.
You know what? I bought my wife a skateboard for like her birthday or something. I don't know what she did with it. The fuck? I gotta break her balls now. I'm like, yo, you wasted a fucking skateboard.
It's a go.
Got him. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, this guy's broken.
Oh. What they have like electronic brakes? Like,
No, it's tied. It's tied to the fence. There's a string.
no way.
Yeah, there's a high tension nylon string.
I don't see it. They don't look.
Oh my fuck. Oh! Fuck. Oh!
How do they not see the string?
It's fishing line. It's so fucking thin. It's high. It's like high strength nylon string.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh!
I don't see where the string or where it's connected to.
It's connected on something.
Get him, Code. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, look at him, man. He's embarrassed. Oh, he's so embarrassed right now. Look at him. Oh,
We gotta get out of here.
he got 9.
He got 9 kids, dude. That was his response. He got 9 kids. But I think that's still funny. And I think it is, I don't know, maybe they do have some sort of remote control. I don't think it's a remote control. I think it's like some sort of, that's what it was with the bike. The bike had some sort of rope tied to it, right? Wasn't that the bike prank? You would see the wheel or like the seat get jerked back, like in the bike prank, or the whole frame.
I don't know. Yes, but I don't know. Like, I'm looking to see when I'm watching the video. I'm looking to see what pulls, and I don't see anything pull. But anyway,
It feels like the back of the trucks do, like a little bit, like the back.
no,
of
not
trucks.
what pulls on the bike. Not the bike. Excuse me. What pulls on the skateboard? What it's tied to.
Oh yeah, I'm not paying attention either. Yeah.
Breaking news. Just off to a rip-roaring start to 2024. You got South Korean opposition chief leader stabbed in the neck. So a man, after asking for the opposition Democratic Party leader's autograph, lunged out and stabbed him in the neck. He is okay. Lee, who's 59, was rushed to hospital where he underwent surgery. They repaired it. He's conscious. He's alive. But yeah, scary stuff. Obviously.
You see the video?
The attack is still being investigated.
What happened?
You ever see the video of that?
No.
I seen the video, and but not on, like on a platform where I could share it, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. The guy literally, like he just describes, walks up to him. I thought there was a video of this at the end of this. I don't know why, but walks up to him, and it looks like exactly how it's described.
Is this it?
Looks like, yeah, this is it.
A politician in South Korea was stabbed in the city of Busan. Reports say opposition leader Lee Jae-myung was stabbed in the neck while he. Lee could be seen lying on the ground while people tried to control the bleeding. He was airlifted to a hospital. Reports say he made it through surgery and is stable. Lee has been the leader of the Democratic Party in Korea since August 2022. He narrowly lost the 2022 presidential election to a conservative opponent. Since then, Lee has reportedly been accused of bribery and is currently on trial. He denies any wrongdoing. Police say they are investigating a motive for the incident and did not reveal the suspect's identity.
Oh, wait a minute! I heard the suspect. I heard the suspect was like 64 years old, and I guess not a fan of this guy's policies. I got a question to ask you, Mike. What's your opinion on political assassinations?
I love them.
Do you think that, I mean, obviously assassinations are as old as time, like Julius Caesar was assassinated, like they go back, let's just say.
Okay.
To the time of murder. But what I'm saying is, do you think it's going away? Do you think we'll ever come to a time in humanity where we can have leaders that don't have to be afraid of being physically harmed?
No, they should. Okay. The government, the people shouldn't fear the government. The government should fear the people. I believe that. And that's not like a threat. It's that the only thing to stop a government from going bad is the people. Look what's going on in was it Burma? You know
Myanmar?
What?
Myanmar?
You mean Burma?
Yeah. There's like a civil war.
Yeah, and okay. Everyone's worried about Palestine. Meanwhile, like 2,000 children have been murdered in Burma so far. It's a civil war, and it's right next to China, and China's like, we don't give a fuck.
Not only there, South America at any moment, and could have shit pop off down there. Africa at any moment could have shit pop off, and shit is popping off. I don't think shit ever stops in Africa, and nobody pays attention. They're like, just nobody cares. And the thing is, like, a lot of the shit that pops off in Africa sometimes is linked to shit that pops off in the Middle East, off of, just a network of groups who keep each other afloat throughout that region, But nobody talks about that shit either. And I'm not even saying Israel, Palestine, or Ukraine. But the thing is, Ukraine and Israel, Palestine is something, that, could use to sort of divert your attention if you don't typically give a shit about that stuff. Like, imagine you're not a Jew, you're not Jewish, right? And imagine you have zero ties to the Middle East, right? And imagine that. I
don't have to imagine that.
Which is most people who have an opinion on this shit. Are fall into that category. And then, right, let's just say you got your own fucking problems, but you're still going to pay attention to the reason why you're paying attention to that is because maybe the problems that are happening in your own home, somebody else wants them to be ignored. You know what I mean? And that's sort of working if you think about it.
Yeah, it definitely is working. Definitely is working. And what is this you sent me?
It's another funny one. Rumor has it the band before had an issue with the drummer.
No.
No, kidding.
Here's the problem here. The guy told you guys, shut the fuck up. He's trying to sleep 6 times. No. My ears started bleeding from the music. Is that a tractor? Or golf cart?
That's a golf cart. Looks like a golf cart.
Drinking while golfing. Wow. That poor drummer. That poor drummer. What's this?
That sucks, dude.
All right. So I didn't watch this video. I only see the thumbnail, but I already know what's going to happen.
I figured you'd get a kick out of this one, but
why are people
just play
in the boat? Why?
I don't know. See, I don't know what the process is. When I watch this, I don't know. I'm not a boat guy, right? But I know that sometimes boats have to be dry docked. Sometimes they have to be weatherized, like in the winter.
For that, though.
Yes, and well, I assumed like maybe there was some sort of like a lift or a crane. This looks like a loose crane.
Okay.
Like a loose swinging crane.
Typically for this kind of thing, I would have something like a spreader bar to make sure.
I don't know. I don't even know those technical terms, Mike. I have no idea.
Something to stop those straps moving. Something to stop them from moving. There's nothing to stop them from moving. There's someone to unbalance the weight if he moves.
Yeah.
And he's moving around. Fucking idiot. You see that? He could have caused this. Watch this guy right here.
Yeah.
Watch this guy. Oh my God, that was hilarious. But watch this guy right here. He's going to bend down and lose his balance. That's not a cheap boat.
No.
There is one, but Knucklehead bends down and boom. Yeah, fucking idiot. He
God damn
with that weight by doing that.
Yo, is that thing even? Could you even use that after that? Like after, would you be able to repair
hold
like
on.
what happens to it?
It lands on the corner of this wooden thing here.
Whatever that rudder is in the back looks like it's completely taken out as soon as it falls.
Yeah, that broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have major repairs.
Shit has to be cracked and knocked all out of whack inside it too. Wow. I like watching epic fails like that of astronomical proportions when it's like big money objects like that.
Or this epic fail.
No.
All right. I have a question. Those are little kids.
Nobody runs to try to save the kids. Nobody moves out of their chairs. They all just stay there screaming. Like, I don't know. Do you think that they think it's an interactive part of the show and that everything's fine? Like,
I don't know, but I'm more curious on who okayed the fireworks indoors.
I was just gonna say that.
Like,
whose plan was that?
And it looks like something lands over here, like something gets thrown, right? No, yeah, that. A+. That's an A+ right there.
I love that one. That one is good. I was really hoping.
Great performance. I love the grand finale. It was great grand finale.
You heard each and every one of those M80s exploding. Like, you heard boom, boom.
I went to a holiday dance thing at my daughter's school, and I'm very disappointed now because there could have been fireworks.
Indoor fireworks.
All right, what's going on here? What the fuck was that?
Oh, shit.
What the fuck was that? Is that a person? He's just gonna stand up?
Read it. Top right hand corner. Read it.
He's fucking drunk.
He's just some drunk Russian dude. Some fucking drunk Russian fell out of the 19th floor of a residential building.
Ryan, and America wants to go to war with these people?
Dude, you watch.
America wants to go to war with these people?
Watch the beginning of it again.
He
'Cause it
fell
would,
from the 19th floor and got up and walked away. You want us to go to war with these people? Oh, we could bomb them. You can bomb them. They're falling from 19 floors and walking it off.
the only person I've ever seen walk away like that was Bruce Banner in the Hulk movie. Like, that's the only time I've ever seen
You want us to go
somebody
to war
fall from the
with
sky.
these people?
19th floor.
Непонятно, что. Непонятно,
I'll tell you what. Get up and walk away, but for real, you should go to the hospital after that for internal bleeding. You don't know, like, yeah, you might be able to use your legs and shit, but doesn't mean that your liver isn't fucking bleeding
Finish
and your
drinking when
kidneys
you're
aren't bleeding.
drinking, then go. No, I'm kidding. I want to see this from the beginning again. All right, he's gonna hit that car right there, the black one in the distance, and boom. Holy shit!
That guy falls in like a missile too.
No,
You see that, right?
He hit the floor, he would have died.
Oh, of course. Like, the car broke his fall, and he was ragdolling because he was drunk. You know how they say if you get in a car accident, all these people who are hammered, who get into a car accident, they hit somebody.
As they have their seatbelt on, they usually live.
Yeah, because they'll just ragdoll around loose. The people who are rigid and then take the impact are usually the ones who who die. So being drunk sort of helped them in a way, in some crazy fucking way.
What is this shit you sent me? Is this what the fuck? Did he try to? What? Okay. How did this happen?
The goose just attacked him. He goes for him again. The goose goes at. All right, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert.
Why is it attacking his dick?
It's just a male goose, a territorial goose.
I have a funny story about geese or goose or whatever. So, someone said, "What would you do if a goose bit you?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "What do you mean? It's a fucking bird with a long neck. I grab it by its fucking neck
And whip it.
No, I wouldn't fucking be that mean.
Quick snap.
But so then it actually happened to me with that person that asked me that question years later, and I grabbed it by its fucking neck, and he goes, "Wow, you really did grab it by." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna let some fucking bitch bite me."
Nice and easy. It seems pretty easy. Or I would kick it a few times. I practice my low kicks on those motherfuckers.
To be fair, I might have instigated it. I might have instigated the problem.
Wait, was it to prove? Or was it to be like, I got this motherfucker here now? I'll show this motherfucker. I'm about to grab this goose by its neck.
I did not expect him to defend himself. I expected him to get the fuck away.
Oh, speaking about gooses, geese, goose.
I think it's geese.
Goose.
Geese.
Geeses. Gooses. So the goose. Now hold on a second. I want you to maybe Google this, right? Do you know what the inside of a duck's mouth looks like?
Yes, it's fucking terrifying.
No, the inside of a duck's mouth isn't that bad. The inside of a goose's mouth is terrifying.
Is that what it is?
The goose mouth is fucking gnarly looking like alien and shit.
That's the duck.
They have like.
No, I don't want to drop the file here. That's it. No, stop it, you son of a.
No, that's a geese. They got teeth on their tongue, geese.
This is not a duck. This is a goose.
That's a goose.
But
yeah.
Google, I asked the question of inside of a duck's mouth, and you're showing me geese.
Oh wait, maybe these are these are goose.
It's not geese. It's not geese. It's gooses.
Gooses.
That is fucking weird. Jesus Christ, that's an alien. Shoot it in the face.
It is like some of them, some geese, like they have weird. It's weirder than others, I think.
Look at that.
Yeah, like that's pretty gnarly,
fucking
right?
Alien.
Doesn't help that it's got blue eyes.
I'm shooting that thing in the face.
That's pretty like. Well, they go hot. Like, what do they eat? Like, what do geese eat?
Where's the thing?
They don't eat fish or anything like that, right? Do ducks eat fish? I know ducks eat like just shit. But
I know they eat roots, shoots, stems, seeds, leaves of grass, grain, bulbs, and berries.
They do like they don't eat us, but they sure act like they do sometimes. They are fucking nasty. I've been chased by a goose before as a kid.
Right. I don't know what this video is. Is this some like terrorist shit? What's going on here?
I forget what I sent to you sometimes.
Oh my god. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Oh my god. Come on, guys. Oh god.
When you got it, when you absolutely positively have to get the goats across the fucking river.
Do you hear them screaming though?
They're all like, man.
I hear. Oh my god! I want to hear it one more time. Oh my god! I'm so glad they didn't fucking get hurt though. But like, Jesus Christ!
It's the they call it the Afghan Goat Express, buddy.
Shh! Listen. This also brings up another thing I think of? This is for food. That's their food source.
Yeah, milk. Yeah,
So they're getting it across to be able to eat. Unlike us in America, where we go,
maybe not right away. We
go down the block to a grocery store, and it's just waiting for us. We have nothing. We don't have to cross.
Imagine, Mike. You're like, how are we getting these burgers across the river? I'm gonna be like, Mike, we're gonna tie that bag of burgers and we're gonna sling it across the river, Mike.
Zip line it across the river.
We're gonna zip line this sack of fucking White Castle, this box of White Castle across the river.
If it's just a sack, you can use a drone.
Listen, they've been doing this shit for thousands of years. They got this shit down to a science, bro. You see how, and they all know like, oh, we could go viral because they know these motherfuckers like, I love these videos, Mike, and I know I love sending you these videos.
This comment right here, wow.
Ooh,
wow,
yeah,
wow.
You can always thank the internet for the most racist comments.
Yes. I got muted because we got kicked off last time for that. Wow. Okay, don't go in the machine. Oh, Mike, don't walk backwards. You're going to die. And you're going to be... Okay, he's walking his pipes in the floor, which they shouldn't be. It's going to take out the... Ow.
Ooh. Ow.
No, don't...
What the... Why would you do that?
Okay.
Damn.
The railing, but
these are all miners, right? This mining is like. mining in itself is fucking dangerous. I know. I don't know, but I was on a job where somebody got rolled over by pipes.
Stop texting. He deserved that. You saw how windy that was?
The wind. Yeah.
Jesus.
Ooh,
no.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's
that last one. That was sick. Fatality, bro. That was
If the hydraulic system is leaking hydraulic fluid, you don't go in while it's up with a wrench to tighten it.
Because there's nothing to hold it. That hydraulic fluid's supposed to keep it pushed up. If it's leaking it, that means that piston doesn't work and it will come down on you. And that's a lot of weight. The reason why it's using hydraulics is because that thing's heavy as fuck.
What is this? Did you send me this one too?
Excuse me, sir. Can you comment on what happened with the fire?
It's still under investigation. We'll get back with you later.
At the very least, was it because someone was smoking Reggie? Excuse me, sir. Can you comment on what happened with the fire?
It's still under investigation. We'll get back with you later.
At the very least, was it because someone was smoking Reggie?
little stoner comedy for you there, Mike. So burn it down, smoking regular trees. Oh, well, okay. Can I just, before you play this? Now, George Santos had done this full-blown interview with this lady, but this is just a segment of it. It's obviously real, so it's short. Segment of it where I'm like, all right, this is sort of like a criminal who's been caught who pops on all of his, like who just goes and rats on all of his.
Do you think we're eventually going to be saying George Santos did not kill himself?
I don't think so because, all right. Funny thing is, I haven't really noticed a whole lot of unalivings with
After
the Republican Party. Maybe after Epstein. Maybe you're right. Maybe after Epstein.
Epstein was. I don't think he picked a side. I think he just was, dirty, all sides.
Just in general. I think the unaliving thing happens more with the Dems, doesn't it? Or is it just the Clintons?
Okay. Well, what about not just the Clintons, Obama's chef.
Oh, right, the swimming.
Yeah. Obama's chef, who was a good swimmer, drowned in a pool that was like 3 feet deep or something.
Was Obama's chef P. Diddy sex slave too?
That was everyone was saying they killed him because it was a sex slave or something. These stupid conspiracies that all stem from QAnon bullshit. But
Q got some good ones, man. They funny as fuck.
So what is this about? Let's see.
To like swampy, slimy people selling this country down a river.
Who else in Congress is committing fraud?
They're all frauds. If you were to put them all under the same scrutiny I was put under, you'd fucking vacate the whole goddamn building.
Can I name them and you just wink if I...
Go ahead.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No.
Kevin McCarthy.
Yes.
Lindsey Graham.
Yes.
Matt Gaetz.
No.
Bob Menendez.
Goldbar Menendez.
Dan Goldman.
He doesn't pay his rent. Dan is owing $180,000 worth of rent right now on his $45,000 monthly rent, which is what most Americans make a year. You let that shit sink in. Republicans and Democrats alike. Swampy, slimy people selling this country.
So do you know what I
but he is one of the biggest frauds. He's not top tier fraud, but he is one of the most blatant liars. So he might not necessarily be telling the truth about this.
This is probably true. I mean, hold on.
Who else in Congress is committing fraud?
They're all frauds. If you were to put them all under the same scrutiny I was put under, you'd fucking vacate the whole goddamn building.
Can I name them and you just wink if I...
Go ahead.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No.
He says no about the crazy bitch.
He was asked, is she a fraud? No, she is really crazy.
That's what I'm getting at.
And she probably can't be bought or sold because of how crazy she is.
Well, if you're dealing with someone that crazy, would you approach them to buy them? And you're like, I don't know if I want to buy that person or deal with that person. Just let them sit there and be crazy. No one's going to believe them anyway.
Let's just put it this way. I love her to death. She's a little out there. But do you think, like, let's just say a Democratic representative could bribe Roseanne Barr right now in the state of crazy Roseanne Barr is in right now?
No.
She'd be like, I'm not taking, no matter what kind of money, you could offer her $1 billion. Roseanne Barr's going to tell you to go fuck yourself because that's how deep crazy she is. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is in that deep QAnon, so deep that you cannot buy her because that's part of her whole fucking shtick is that
there's nothing in her head, so no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, she believes that you exist already. The briber exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's easy to bribe somebody if they don't think you exist already.
Oh. No. Wow. Was that a hornet's nest? Wow. That is aim. That is epic.
That was now 2 things have to happen perfectly. You have to dead eye, right? Get that shot, and it has to still be going off. Like nothing could happen to the fuse.
Yeah, well, 3 things too. It has to take out the whole hive. Because if you only took up a piece of that, then you have angry bees coming after you.
You mean if and when it explodes, that it takes out the whole hive? And I don't think it took out the whole hive. I think there's some survivors in that.
Hold on.
There's got to be. It looks like
it did a good job of getting most of it.
Most, yeah.
Because like if half that's left behind, there's a problem. But watch, like there's barely anything there.
But the clumps, what are the clumps that fall? They were like hive parts, right?
Yeah. But I'm saying
this is sick though. This
left
is pretty
up
sick.
there. There's nothing left up there.
Ooh.
They run away because you don't want the bees chasing you if there are coming after you. But the queen's dead.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to start over. I think that's the whole idea. Don't play this yet because there's more to this. I think we may need to look more into this because this is just one piece, and then I seen the news reports about this afterwards. I sent this to you.
Don't play this or play this.
Don't play this yet. So I don't know what crime this guy was in for initially, but I'm feeling he's getting like some crazy time added to his sentence after this courtroom outburst.
It says that man attacks Vegas judge. So
I was being polite.
Can I play it now?
Go for it.
Time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court. Appreciate that, but I think it's time that he.
Okay. So hold on.
You got
Hold on.
I want to know what his sentence was going to be before he attacked her.
In New York, they have court officers with guns in the courtroom with the. Where the fuck is the court officer? And if there is 1 or 2 in this room,
we
they
can't
deserve
see.
to absolutely be fired.
We can't see the peripheral in this.
Yelling "Hey, hey, hey" when a criminal is jumping after a judge is not something to do. You tackle the fucker.
I don't understand. I don't understand how he wasn't restrained to begin with.
In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
Wow. She didn't even sentence him. I don't think. I think he just snapped. Just because he seemed like he was like a repeat offender probably, and he may have been insulted by it. I don't feel like she gave him time yet. It sounded like she was about to.
A 3-time felon was in. Well, she didn't sentence him yet, but she basically said we're going to throw the book at you. He's a 3-time felon. The guy fucking.
And Nevada is like 3 times just 3 strikes you're out place, like California used to be. Or is California still like that? Is that what it is in Cali? You remember 3 strikes you're out in Cali?
Remember the movie 3 Strikes?
But that was a baseball movie, wasn't it? Or no, that was a crime movie with some dude who's he would have went
Mike
to jail.
Epps. Was it Mike Epps?
Yeah. Clark County, that's Vegas. So what was he arrested for initially? Thank God judge is okay. Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson said in a statement. Heroic efforts. The fuck did he get what did he get pinched for?
He's been in front of this judge before, apparently. Okay. So he was previously in front of the judge on charges of malicious destruction of property. Where'd it go? Records show he served prison time on a domestic battery charge for a year starting in 2021. In that case, a different judge sentenced him to prison for a term of 12 to 30 months. A board granted him parole in 2022. So he's in there for, where did it just go?
So he's like
malicious destruction of property and
Okay.
domestic battery charge. So he's a fucking
destroying his apartment and beating
a
up his
hothead.
girlfriend. And he's in and out, or like he gets in trouble and then he goes back, comes out, goes back. But hey, man, I mean, listen, you know, the judge probably just like fed up with his BS. But, you know, like, honestly, if you think about it, it's sort of keeping her in work. You know what I mean? If you think about it, she wouldn't, you know, like, she wouldn't have to be there if he wasn't beating up on his girlfriend every weekend.
Moving on to the less depressing part of the show. Disney. Yeah, I think this is Vegas, which makes more sense. But I mean, when you had a long day.
When you gotta have a smoke, bro. When you gotta have a smoke. Hey, listen, man. You know what? It doesn't seem like that bad of an you know, like an idea to have just like migrant workers just, you know, like work in costume in like Times Square.
Forget that for a second. Would you, if you were one of those people and that was your career, is dressing up in a costume at Disney, say, or somewhere else,
Okay.
would you take mushrooms and go to work and dress up in that costume?
Too hot.
Imagine looking in, well, true.
too
Looking in the
hot.
mirror and you're tripping balls and that's what you see. That's crazy.
hot.
So
Too
I
hot.
gotta warn you guys, this next video is kind of
What up,
funny,
Yoni?
but it's also kind of offensive. So
Isn't most of our stuff like kind of offensive?
Yes, but this is a different kind of offensive.
What does that mean? What is that supposed to mean?
Horse head.
Ooh, what the fuck?
I ain't never seen a nigga eat a horse head. Shit. Make sure that the horse dead. I ain't never seen a nigga brush a horse teeth. Why the fuck is you brushing on the horse teeth? How the fuck you gonna clean off a horse head? Then turn around, then cook the horse head? This nigga really from the struggle, look at his hairline. This nigga really from the struggle, look at his hairline. All the motherfucking coat sandal hairline. You got a coat and some sandals on hairline. The back of that coat got blew up in a bomb. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Call your mom. What you about to do? You about to put it in the water tonight. Yeah. Put it in the water tonight. Add a little bit of doodle and some beans on it. Put some hot sauce, bitch. Get the cane on it. Y'all niggas don't forget to put the cane on it. Put 3 bags, bitch, of cocaine on it. Put the top off Mortal Kombat on it. Put your hat on it. Stop playing, bitch. Grab that horse meat. Go ahead, go eat you some horse meat. That shit illegal over here. We can't eat horse meat.
All right, yo. There was, all right, you know, what's her name? Nina Marie. She does, you know, like she does those interviews for UFC every now and then. She's an internet person. Mm-hmm. She did those Sean Strickland videos. Okay. So there's one where she's interviewing, I think he's Mongolian. Maybe he's a Mongolian fighter, or he's like from Uzbekistan or something like that. He's from like the steppes of Asia. And she asked him, I think she asked him like what his favorite food was, and he said horse. Outright. Dead ass serious face.
The only reason why America bans eating your horse is because we used to ride horses, and they look at them as friends.
Well, it's like dog logic. It's like why eating dog meat is illegal in the United States. It's because
you better believe if the world ends and there's no food deliveries, people eating their fucking cats, dogs, and squirrels.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's plenty of shit. I'll tell you what. I think in Florida at least. There is definitely plenty of wildlife to eat before you have to get to eating dogs and cats.
But there's also plenty of wildlife to eat you.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you stay further enough away from it. Like, I feel like I'm a good maybe 10 miles away from danger. Like, from getting choked out by a python or getting, chomped by an alligator. You know, and I'm like, there's like a nice concrete barrier. There's many streets between, you know, and buildings between me and the Everglades. So
for now,
I mean, like, if nature reclaims everything, I might be fucked. Not at first, but I think the overgrowth will overtake South Florida like quicker than it would in like Manhattan. You know how like you see in like I Am Legend, how like Manhattan looks in I Am Legend, and how that's supposed to be like 10 or 15 years later. And you've seen all those shows on Discovery Channel where they would fast forward 100 years without humanity. I think that would happen in like 2 years here.
So
you should see if the landscaper doesn't come and just and mow the grass in the community in like a week, it is legit. In the rainy season, the shit is like
because the rain, it makes that shit grow fast for sure.
Yeah, so imagine what happens in a year.
So
or 2.
Let's see how this commercial goes.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer.
7.
This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. And here's the third thing to remember when selling to a Negro customer. When he specifically asks for one thing, don't try to sell him something else. If you do, he'll probably react something like this.
Doesn't he think I've got the money to pay for it?
He wants to be sold on quality, not price. The Negro buys by brand, he buys quality, and he doesn't like to be switched at point of sale. These are the keys to selling the Negro customer.
11.
What company is this? What company was this?
I don't know.
Is it still a company?
I probably not.
This is definitely like it's like a workplace sales training video. Like that's what this sounds like, right? Or was I listening to it differently?
That's what it kind of sounds like.
Who is the fucking company who had to incorporate this in their orientation video?
Original.
This had to be like, was this like comment. Macy's? Was this like Macy's?
Played. We've been had, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, etc.
That's from Malcolm X.
That's epic.
But yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy. That's pretty crazy. But the thing is, I'm not surprised if it's listen, if you like, all right, what? Let's give it a round decade year, right? If you say, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw this before X year, what year would that be? If you said, would it be 1960? Would you say 1960? 50s. That would be where I would snap the line. I would be like, if any date before 1960, I would not be surprised if this was just like common workplace orientation video.
This is like 96 or something.
But although I'm not surprised if it wasn't DL just being like in 1996, like, hey, listen, just so you know, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
They don't talk like that, though.
Like, who's they? Who's they?
The narrator. In 1996, the narrator wouldn't talk like that. That's what I say. Like,
no.
It has to be.
1950? Not, well, all right, so I don't know if, were there employment, like, video orientation videos in the 1940s? I don't think they had those, maybe. I don't know. What the fuck is this? Ooh.
She should have fucked him up. She got hit hard. She should have fucked him up. That's a girl. I think that's a girl.
Yeah, I don't know why nobody swung back on this kid.
Well, I was reading the comments, and one of the comments pissed me off. Let me see if I can find it. This comment right here by
She would have been justified if she wailed back on him, but she didn't.
Here, Ryan. No,
if you get
you're
hit,
wrong.
You get hit. You can intentionally fight people. You can.
All
right, that's sort of true in a hardcore pit. If it's extra violent, that seemed like an intentional kick to her, though.
If
that kick was intentional.
And you're swinging and doing your thing, and you're also next to people swinging and doing your thing, that's fine. And you accidentally hit where you go nuts, that's fine. If you are purposely hitting people clearly not involved in the pit, a lot of times that pit's going to take care of you. Someone's going to notice that.
Yes. Yeah, people who would do like intentional, like I was at a show, and it was commonplace for these people to just donkey kick if you were in the circle of the pit. So I wouldn't, at these specific shows, I would never stand there. I want to go because I like the bands that were playing, but I didn't play around like that. I was at another show where the same practice, somebody tried to pull that shit, but at this other show, there's a whole bunch of other people there who don't fuck around or play with that shit. And someone tried to do one of those donkey kicks into the crowd, like crowd killing. And this person was quickly snatched up by a giant bald dude of I don't know what descent. He may have been, like a Latino biker, but tall motherfucker, right? Grabbed the dude by the back of the neck and fucking yanked him into the abyss of people. I don't know what happened to the guy. You know what I mean? But it was just like yoink. But that's what would happen because you couldn't pull that shit there because they didn't play those
what concert it was. I feel like it was All That Remains when they were actually good, but I don't think it was All That Remains. But I just remember there was some asshole, and he was clearly like, when you do your thing, you're moshing, but when you get to the ring, you bump the person, but you go back. You don't swing a fist back at the person or kick back at the person who's just standing there not paying attention. And me and the dude next to me, who I think was a stranger, noticed the guy do it like 3 or 4 times. So we both kind of saw him coming towards us and look and nod, and we pushed him so hard that he went and fell like out of the pit, and people wouldn't let him back in. It was amazing because he took out 2 people just by doing spinning kicks and throwing elbows and shit.
It would be fun when you saw like that one dude who everybody was just annoyed with in the pit, who was drunk, who was just like not going with the flow. Because somehow there is like in the right circumstances at the right shows, you don't like really like see it from afar, but sometimes there's like a rhythm to how everything's happening, and it's not as violent as it looks, right? But you'll get that one drunk dude who fucks up the rhythm and the flow of everything, and they'll get pushed around, and it's everybody just pretty much pushing this guy to the other side of the pit because nobody else wants to deal with them on the other side of the pit, and the people who are on the outskirts of the pit don't want to deal with this drunk asshole because he's just been leaning into everybody, and then eventually you see them just get swallowed up by the crowd, and then they just get, like they disappear. Is this the first time that you're seeing this?
Please give me cock. It's cock. It's in English.
So I'm guessing you've seen this 150 times. This is old.
This is old as fuck. This goes back to like probably I want to say 2007.
I still remember the first time I went to America. I was at the airplane. I asked flight attendants that, can I get a cola? And she asked me, excuse me? I keep saying cola. But it was not cola, it was cock.
Now, she would be safe where she failed in this. And I realized this a long time ago. Where she failed in this is that all she had to do was combine the two. If she didn't stop at cock and said Coca-Cola, people would understand what she meant, even with the accent.
She just wanted the cock, man. That's all.
I think she wanted to say cock. I really do think she really wanted to say cock.
I think this woman wants the cock too.
Hello?
It's Megan.
Megan who?
The one with all the awesome stuff for you.
What kind of stuff?
Coffee, pussy, and juice? And cigarettes?
Next door, honey. Next door.
Wrong address.
Hello?
Wow.
It's Megan.
Megan who?
The one with all the awesome stuff for you.
Wow.
What kind of stuff?
Wow.
Somebody's getting coffee, pussy, and juice.
And cigarettes?
Next door, honey.
Next cigarettes.
I like how the guy's like next door, as if this happened before. Next door.
So, Mike, you could order pussy on DoorDash?
Not that I know of, but it must be a new thing because I'm in a very liberal city. So like next thing you know, it's going to be legal to do that. I think pretty soon. Okay, first I just want to get this video out. One sec. Here you go. Just a quick little laugh.
From Chile.
I gotta say, Mike, I've seen your video. Yours is way more graceful than this.
Well, I don't fall.
No. I'm saying
I lay down.
It's amazing, and it's amazing because I know like that ice sheet. I think like in order for you to stand on ice, not even naked, but just in order for you to stand on ice, it has to be like 6 inches thick, 4 to 6 inches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it didn't look like it was that cold in the winter. So you could have fallen through that.
I wasn't worried. The pool. Okay, the worst that would have happened is I would have been cold. The pool's not deep enough to kill me. I could stand up. My head's above the water.
No. That's not what I'm saying. It would have. Other people would have ended up in there.
No one else was on the pool with me. Oh, you mean like it would have become a pool party then?
It would have. Well, it maybe not a pool party, but somebody would have like tried to get you. You know what I mean? And had fallen in as well. Like that wouldn't have ended gracefully.
And I was like,
you know what I mean?
Bottomless. So
if you fell through, but I think it was frozen enough. It just didn't look like there was any snow on the ground. It was just a frozen pool.
So what I was gonna say about I'll say it as this plays in the background. What I was gonna say about the liberal state I'm in is I'm pretty sure that eventually they're gonna. I'm pretty sure that eventually in the state I live in, like abortion is legal and it's not going anywhere. But I think that they're gonna make it, instead of shortening the time, like the sooner, like the deadline, I think they're just gonna make it like abortion up until 3.
You could kill them into pre-K.
Yeah, it's like right before they become like things. They're just getting to become things, you know.
Why don't
agree with this?
Why don't listen? How about no abortion at the age of 3, right? Limit to the age of 3. How about you keep them where it is, but you have an exchange program put into play where you could trade 3-year-olds to Texas for migrants.
Why would I want a migrant instead of a 3-year-old?
Instead of terminating the baby, they don't want They don't want you to abort the baby. You could send your babies down instead of aborting babies in New York. You could send your babies to Texas for the migrants from Texas and Arizona. Sounds like a decent trade.
I think the last thing the migrants need is babies. So this guy's a fucking retard. Pardon my French. You sent this to me.
He's supposed to let go. He was supposed to let go.
Are you fucking dumb?
I love these firework fail videos. I send a lot of these videos.
Listen, we're making fun of him, but he's not the first person to do this, and I've seen this happen.
I know.
Many times.
The guy who has the one like this, it's the rocket, but he puts it in his back, in his ass crack, in his pants. And the guy just like has sparks, like put torch his back on fire.
I'm not racist, I swear, but this.
Jackie Morgan Freeman.
I saw this on the couch. I'm sitting on the couch next to my wife, and I just looked down and I started hysterical laughing. And she's like, "What's so funny?" I show it to her, and she has no reaction.
He does look like a Jackie Freeman.
Yeah, Jackie Freeman. It just made me laugh. Wait, what? Oh, dogs.
Are you doing dishes? I hope so.
Oh, yeah, walking dogs creep me out, dude. Like,
doing
I'm like,
dishes?
Okay, so when
some of them actually do it pretty well. Some of them are
it-
actually pretty good.
Well, do you know there's some theories that's what people keep mistaking Bigfoot as is a bear walking on 2 feet.
Yeah.
I hope so.
It's creepy. When I first saw this, it creeped me out because that just creeps me. If I saw a dog just walking on 2 feet down the block, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. We're gonna start going through these fast. 'Cause I need to go to bed. But you ready for this one?
Yeah.
This also made me crack up, and it made me realize I want a pig. Look at his little feet. Look at little.
Yo, that thing just took off. I didn't think they could move that fast, those fat fucks.
They're fast.
God damn.
Fucking Joe Rogan talk about hunting the fucking pigs. They shoot them from Gatling guns.
Yeah, but these look more domesticated.
They are, but that's a That's a look at him. He's out.
That's a big boy.
I love how he spins around to gain momentum.
Holy shit! That dude's done this before.
Yeah,
that dude's done this before because he knew how to hold on. He knew how to hold on. Wow, damn! You can ride a pig. I didn't know that. That's fucking crazy. That is some redneck shit. That is something that you got to do when you spend if you're not fucking the pig, you're definitely riding the pig.
Yeah, man. This looks fun. This looks fun. I want a pig just to do that. Imagine me going down like Utopia Parkway.
Pew! That pig took off, bro. That pig goes at least 25 miles an hour. She's definitely going under the speed limit. And she's about the size of a Prius.
Did you see this? This is funny.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hello, Allison.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, indeed.
I feel like we should address what's happened in the months since we've seen you, since some of our viewers may not know what has happened. So I guess I'll recap. I'll do the honors.
Help yourself.
Okay. In October, you were on a Zoom call with your colleagues from the New Yorker magazine. Everyone took a break for several minutes, during which time you were caught masturbating on camera. You were subsequently fired from that job after 27 years of working there. And you since then have been on leave from CNN. Do I have all that right?
You got it all right.
Hi, Jeffrey.
So
remember him?
Yeah, no, I know, but I don't like. I didn't realize that's where she was going with it, and then that's what she says, and I'm like, oh.
I didn't recognize him because he has his pants on in this interview.
Yeah.
But that was big news when that shit happened. I don't know if it was it early dipshits or it might have been when I may have like spoke about this during the pandemic. This happened, and I may have did it. Maybe it was on my podcast, but I feel like I spoke to you about it. About Jeffrey Toobin and him jerking off on Zoom.
I don't remember what it was on.
But anyway, it was I was definitely all over that shit, and yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he came out in public again.
Who you are? I don't know where you are, but you may want to start changing your ways or changing your name. See what you've done. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are, but you may
That's all I
want
did
to
was
start
add a beat to it.
changing your ways.
So that dude you watch for the news, by the way, you know that guy you watch, and he's
Yeah.
I found this guy, and it's basically I just feel like he steals his shtick, but he does it in a completely calm way, kind of.
Welcome to the fucking news. I'm your host, Kellerman, and I haven't reported in a few days, so there's a lot to catch you up on.
Like it's he kind of is copying the other guy, or the other guy copied him. Or
Well, there's a few people do that, but that dude that I said that I usually send you those videos. That guy has a podcast with actual guests on it. Like he had Tim Kennedy on, like 2 podcasts ago or something like that. So he has like legit people.
Starting with 1,200 tons of dead fish have washed ashore in Japan, and no fucking knows why. In Prague, a 24-year-old man injured 20 people, killed 14 people, plus his father and himself in the Czech Republic's worst mass shooting ever.
In Prague.
The volcano in Iceland that caused thousands of earthquakes last month finally erupted, and it was massive. Luckily, nobody was injured. North Korea performed a successful long-range ballistic missile launch, and that's not good for anybody. 61 migrants drowned in a shipwreck off the coast of Libya, and a fuel depot exploded in Guinea, killing at least 23 people and injuring over 240.
That was sick. The video of that shit.
My God. I'm not even including all the shit that happened in the United States and Gaza. But follow me if you give a shit.
You know, it's funny because like that is more news than you get watching an hour of CNN.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't watch. All right, you know what news like I have like sort of watched, and I will stop and watch like if Scripps is on, or if you ever watch Scripps news?
Yeah,
Scripps is all right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, like these little like short bursts, and then the thing is with these little short burst news, like news videos that been popping up on our algorithms. With those, it makes me go and then look for these articles.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
it brings attention to articles that aren't front page, but they should be.
So in a minute, somebody's going to tell me about like 6 things, and maybe 3 of them a la carte. I'll pick those 3 things to go and research on and see what articles are out there about these 3 things that I'm interested in.
So Ryan, what do you have in your fridge?
Everybody have a drawer in their fridge that is completely dedicated to cheese?
No,
Yes,
but I
I do.
actually have a whole
I do.
section just dedicated to milks and yogurts.
You're not seeing
Everybody
it?
have
You're
a
not
drawer in
seeing
their
it?
fridge that is completely
Look at his.
dedicated to cheese?
DVDs.
Yeah.
No, but I
And then
actually
she's
have a
making fun of
whole
him.
section just dedicated to milks and yogurts.
Everybody have a drawer.
So DVDs in the refrigerator, I've seen people do that. Like who lived in hot ass apartments who didn't have air conditioning
But why would you put DVDs in there? And why does that keep playing?
because they thought they were gonna melt. I knew somebody who did that. Yeah, and video game cartridges.
No.
Yeah, hell yeah. I didn't believe it worked.
We might get kicked for this, but here we go.
That's
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside.
Oh. What was that?
nice. This guy's pretty good with like taking it off the web, you know, like that. Those are all viral videos, right? Most of those.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I do remember seeing that guy doing that backflip and falling on his neck in a compilation video of just guys failing in backflips. Those are some of the most amazing not deaths, because I don't know how people survive backflip fails, falling on their necks like that. Because they all fall on their neck the same way.
I was always very confident I could do a backflip. I would never attempt to because I don't want to die.
There has to be a first attempt, though. Somebody The number one, it looks like a lot of these people trying to do it,
So,
are people who really think they could do it, but
all my
don't know what the follow through is.
Attempts have always been at into a foam pit, like at a bounce place.
Mm-hmm. So
Or
there's a
into
fail
pool,
safe,
or into a swimming pool.
Right.
But I would never do it on concrete.
All these motherfuckers are doing it on hard surfaces.
I would never.
Maybe not concrete, but hard tile floor. These people doing it on hard. Even if you do it on your carpet, underneath it is still board or cement. Like there's still a hard surface. But everybody's neck bends back the same way. Is my point.
Yeah, that's why I can't. But
none of them die. Most people usually bounce back after that. The kids are the best. Because they're like rubber, most of these kids. And you see it happen to like a toddler, and you're like, oh, they always get right back up. You know, because they're always so top heavy, like their heads are heavier than their body. Yeah. Toddlers, their heads are heavier in proportion to the rest of their body. So they always go down head first. But they're more rubbery than a full grown adult. But then when you see a 25-year-old who's like athletic, but they're like still got way more confidence than they need to accomplish that without doing the foam rubber pit, like you said. And then they bust their ass, neck snap back, and all that shit. I'm like, how are these people not like herniated disc? Like, you know what I mean? Like fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin after he got pile driven. Like, how do you not have a rod in your neck now after bending your neck back like that?
I don't know.
It's beyond me.
Insane. Way to go.
After bending your neck back like that.
I don't know.
It's beyond
insane.
me. Don't do backflips in the new year. Happy New Year, Mike.
Happy New Year. Welcome and goodbye.
Bending your neck back. Come back and see the double champs in the new year. Happy New Year, Mike.
Double champs. Happy New Year.
Sunday and Wednesdays at 9:30. Come back and see the double champs.